This is Lee Sutherland, a TikTok fantasist who was jailed for 9 years for killing a pensioner in a horror crash. The 32-year-old was speeding in an ageing Ford Mondeo with dodgy brakes at the time of the crash at the Condorrat Ring Road near Cumbernauld in Lanarkshire on the 15th of June 2023. The weirdo ploughed into a car being driven by Margaret Allen, a 77-year-old mother who later tragically passed away from her injuries. A young passenger was also hurt. Callous Sutherland then tried to blame the old age pensioner, stating at the scene it would not have happened if the effing bitch had not pulled out. Sutherland was well known on TikTok for posting bizarre videos, one claiming to be a defence lawyer.
My name is Lee Sutherland and I'm based in Glasgow. I almost have 8 years of experience on criminal side of the law, and I am also a criminal defence solicitor as well. I also have experience by road traffic law and criminal law. So I'm having some lunch today and I am having a chicken bacon lettuce sandwich. So I've got 1 hour break and then I have to go and see a client of mine. So that is what my plans are. I've got to go and see a client today. And then I got to go to a police station, a client which has been arrested, and then I have to go and see them for a volunteer police interview. And that's what's on the agenda today, so let's go and I'll keep you updated.
He was also seen dressing up as a police officer, and others included him reviewing supermarket food and even wearing a balaclava.
There's the paid liars over there, Police Scotland, biggest gang for Scotland, and there's tons of them over there as well. I know they're standing there and watching me. I'm wondering why am I wearing a balaclava. So is it really a defence or is it a crime for wearing it? I'll leave it to you the people decide. Listen to that again. Alright.
How's it going, mate? You alright?
Not too bad.
Yep.
Big smile to the camera. Were you up to enjoying the weather? You do not have a balaclava. Is it a offence?
During the trial at the High Court in Glasgow, PC Lawrence Meldrum previously told jurors how he had been in the area that afternoon when he became aware of a collision in his rear-view mirror. He drove back and initially found the car extremely damaged. The officer said the elderly female driver had blood on her head. She was confused and dazed. The child was in the passenger seat. Sutherland was spotted walking away from the crash. He claimed he needed time to clear his head. But PC Meldrum caught up with him. It was soon after he made the comment about Margaret apparently being at fault. He also repeatedly called the officer an effing idiot. During a probe into the crash, it was discovered the anti-lock braking system in the 12-year-old Mondeo wasn't working properly. The battery for the vehicle was also said to not be secured. Sutherland had been going at a minimum 44 miles an hour in the 40 mile an hour zone around the time of the collision, but was likely to have been quicker at the point he started braking. Other motorists in the area that day had also commented on how fast he had been going. In his speech to jurors, prosecutor Adrian Stocker said Sutherland's driving had been dangerous and was not just a lack of judgment or momentary inattention. He said Sutherland was going far too fast in what was described as a defective car. Graham Brown, defending, told the sentencing that his client maintains his innocence. The solicitor advocate added, "I recognise nothing I can do today can mitigate the loss, pain and suffering that has been placed upon the family for what they have gone through since this incident and during the process." As a result of his involvement in this incident, his presence on social media led him to be targeted by other people. Sutherland of Cumbernauld had latterly been living in Newcastle and had been on bail during the trial. He was found guilty in October of causing death by dangerous driving following a trial at the High Court in Glasgow and was sentenced today. Judge Tom Hughes disqualified Sutherland from driving for 13.5 years as well as imposing the jail term and made these comments. "No sentence can adequately compensate for the sad loss. Unfortunately, due to your catastrophic decisions and behaviour, what should have been a straightforward journey to return home resulted in tragic circumstances and death to Miss Allen and injury to her passenger. When asked to identify who was the driver of the vehicle, what was your position on that? You came up with a cock and bull story as well you knew." Margaret Allen's son, John Allen, gave a statement outside of court after proceedings had been concluded. He said, "While today's sentencing brings a measure of justice, we recognise that no outcome will ever bring our mum back. We hope, however, that this conclusion allows us to move forward and bring some sense of closure. Our mum was independent, active and the absolute heart of our family and our community. Our loss is immeasurable and we will continue to miss her every day."